I just want your opinion here.
Oh, okay.
About doing something about, like I said, a realistic worldview. And it involves more of the heart than it does fact and proof in the pudding and all of this other such. I'm talking about if we're spiritual beings, we live by the heart anyway.
The heart discerns these things.
The heart does. Yes, it does. And it's like somebody will tell you something and they can have all the proof in the world. And you can know in your heart that that's not the case. And the reason you can't prove it is because you don't have all the facts, and all those facts are never going to be available to you.
No, neither side has.
Neither side, no. But
so you have to discern it yourself.
You have to discern it yourself,
yeah.
And being able to call a spade a spade. And there's no reason for anybody to take any of this personal or anything. It's just like you said. We've been gullible. We've been falling for it for a long time. This last video, the circumcision thing. I remember sitting in school and them coming around selling pieces of the cross.
Yeah. That Constantine's mama found. And what a story that sold.
And couldn't believe that my family didn't want to purchase a piece of that. Signs, wonders, miracles,
Well, we'll come up with birch to sell to make some extra money here.
Yeah.
It's the same philosophy.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
I'd rather buy a spaghetti plate on Thursday night or something and play some bingo and give you some money that way.
Yeah.
Than
you
trying to hoodwink me into thinking you have something holy.
Yeah.
But that just tells you in the 50s when we were children, our parents, maybe not all of them, but that generation was gullible to this. And they didn't question it either.
No, when it came to any hard questions, it was cut off, and that's because that's the way it is.
Yeah, dogma.
Yeah.
When you have no other way to find the answer, we've already defined it for you in our dogma.
Mm-hmm.
Here it is. Here's the answer.
Yeah, quit searching. Quit searching. Yeah. By all means, quit searching. And don't search here. Yeah. It's like when first started really exploring all of this stuff. There was a religious flare-up somewhere within the depths that said, oh, man, should you really be looking at this? And I thought, well, of course, because I remember being told not to look in certain directions and certain things and couldn't.
That was your indoctrination. That was what you were told by well-meaning people.
By well-meaning people. Yeah.
And that's because that's what they were told.
Well, sure. Sure. Nobody's fault except all of us for going against
all of us that never
our
read
hearts.
it for ourselves.
Yeah.
And we have taken it, it's been cherry-picked, and nobody ever read the Torah. Nobody ever read the first 5
Well, and most people that try to read it, and they start, well, I'm too stupid to understand this. I'll never get this. And
as we said, we get we get a story. We get a creation myth, we get a flood story, we get a Tower of Babel story, and a flood story. I mean, that's all we get. And we don't remember all the conquests and all the killings and all the murders.
But I do remember being very perplexed about why would God care if we all came together and did something great? Well, what are we going to? Oh, that was to teach us a lesson to try to reach heaven. What?
Yeah, but we're supposed to try to reach heaven.
But we're supposed to be unified. We're supposed to be one. We're supposed to try to accomplish great and wonderful things.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense.
Now, the fact that it said God was concerned that way, why? I couldn't figure out for the life of me what concerned God.
Well,
when all of everything, happens and God sits on his throne and laughs, suddenly these guys making a tower is going to, give him a...
Doesn't change a thing. And besides that, now I'll have to cut this out, but God knew it was going to happen anyway.
Yeah.
That's the part that I find troubling here.
Yeah.
That I knew that when I created Adam and Eve, they were going to fall. I knew it. But I created them that way. I could have created them to not do that, couldn't I? If I'm sovereign, if I am.
And somehow it became all of our fault.
Well, yeah, of course. That's
somehow.
Got to have the thought. You got to have the thought.
To explain
Augustine to explain why we're so corrupt.
why the world sucks so hard. Yeah.
You know, but if you read into
'Cause it's our
Augustine,
fault.
you find out, well, he
Well,
was
it is.
pretty bad himself.
Oh yeah.
That's the only way he could explain
Oh
him being
man.
bad.
And we hold still to this day a lot of his doctrines that are just whack. What did I say? Did I use that word?
Even Calvin,
Crazy.
Darby, we hold to all of their doctrines. Dispensationalism? Come on. and again, this predestination thing tears me up. How can that be? If we have free will, how is everything predestined? That what you're telling me is, I know I'm going to screw up, and God knows it already too.
Yeah.
Some of that doctrine just doesn't fly.
I understand a lot of things. What I understand the most is I really don't understand much. But, you know, like we were talking earlier, you know, there's the politics of this world is madness. And the religion of this world is madness. It's just to control people.
Politics and religion are enslaving us.
Trying to squelch out any form of spirituality that we might retain.
Makes you wonder.
Well, I've stopped wondering. I just know that anything that comes from that direction does not have my best interest at heart.
We have said that all the governments these days seem to be in lockstep with each other on the wrong side of things.
Mm-hmm.
And that just confirms to me that there is somebody above them pulling the strings.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Why are they on the same page with the
Right.
beating down of us humans?
Mm-hmm. Taking advantage of and even encouraging illnesses and stuff. And you can say that it's all, you know, theory and such, but like I said before, there's things that we know in our heart. Something was created intentionally, I believe, for the express purpose of unleashing upon a world which certain people think there's far too many people on it. But taking advantage of a world full of people who are already sick and ill and everything, and you know, and I understand that people really believe they're doing the best they can. Some of them are.
And now you throw.
And then there's people that exploit that.
Yeah, now you throw on problems with all the processed inflation.
Yeah.
And
Like we know that this is a cycle that's going on, even in our atmosphere and everything. And people recognize that and are taking advantage of it.
well, the cycle, they want to tell us that we got, what was it, global warming to
Yeah.
begin with, and now
Right.
it's climate change because
Right.
it wasn't really warming, it was cooling. But the point to that is they're trying to give it a man-made idea to something that's just going to happen.
Right.
And then blame
Right.
it
And
just
blame it-
like the fall
Yep.
on man.
If you feel guilty about it, you'll do, you know.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
blame man for this too.
And yeah, do I believe man ought to take care of this planet? Absolutely. Do I believe you should do everything you can to recycle this, that, you know, take care of each other? And taking care of the world we live on is taking care of each other. But those people who are making all that money off of these situations really don't have that interest at heart.
There are people that have gotten rich while the rest of us were sitting at home. We were locked down, not able to go to work. The kids were wearing masks and not being able to go to school. Then we make them even sicker and send them to school with masks on.
Yeah.
But the whole point of all of this is somebody was making money off of this situation when we were
Absolutely.
desperately trying to climb out of it.
Mm-hmm.
And to the point, what's happened now, I mean, you see it in Australia, seen it in Canada, you're going to see it more here. People are going, no, I'm not going to, your mandates are not going to dictate my life to me, because what you're saying,
That's
my
wrong.
heart says that's not right.
Yeah.
And deep down in your heart, you know,